It's an interesting decision because there was a massive amount of evidence in this case, massive. And it took days and days to hear it all. And Judge Schroeder wrote a 479-page, I think, decision where he goes through all that evidence in meticulous detail and came to the conclusion that there was nothing unconstitutional going on. What's interesting is that ordinarily appeals courts aren't supposed to rule on the merits of factual determinations by lower courts. They're just supposed to rule on questions if there's an error of law. But in this case, the Court of Appeals did reverse the lower court on an issue. It said that it had missed the forest by spending so much time looking at the trees with regard to all that evidence, and it reached its own decision about the racial motivation that it said was behind these changes to election laws.
And that's what has gotten so much of the media attention, understandably so, because as you said, then at the district court, 479 pages goes through all of the facts of the case, all of the data about voter turnout and things like that, saying this does pass legal muster. But then the reversal based on going back to essentially historical issues about voter suppression in North Carolina.
Well, that's part of how it came to its conclusion. It said, which is not unreasonable, that you have to take the history of voting rights in your state into consideration, but you still have to take the facts into consideration. And in this case, there really wasn't any evidence that there had been either racial motivation or that there had been a disparate impact.